Alright, what up you guys? It's your boy Zach Zeiler. The date is September 11th, 2018. You can see there's an 11 right there, hopefully. So I am 11 days into my new transformation here. And I just wanted to give you guys an idea of how I'm feeling and how things have been going. So, for the first week and a half, I was definitely frustrated, and I think I was getting a little bit impatient because I haven't felt any different in my training, the way that I carried myself and stuff. I just haven't felt any different in the beginning. And my training from the very start, from September 1st, has been complete insanity. It's been the most intense that it's ever been. And I think mentally it has a lot to do with the fact that, I'm so serious going about this and stuff. And I've thought about this for so long now that I'm just really taking things to the next level. But yesterday was the first day that I felt different in the way that I carried myself, in the way that I walked into the gym, and the endurance that I had was unbelievable. I trained chest, for example, yesterday, and I'm not a strong guy by any means. My bench and stuff is not that strong, but I just went from one exercise to the next, and I felt like I was invincible. I felt like my endurance could just go on for hours. And my training sessions right now do typically last 3 hours at the very least. I've been sure to be hitting calves almost every single day. I need to be alternating with my core work. However, my abs, I feel like they're already there, but it wouldn't hurt to add some additional detail in a couple of different areas. And I'm just so sought after that isolation and detail in my physique right now that I'm willing to really live in the gym and take advantage of the time that I have, because I'm only going to have one shot at this. I calculated it in my calendar, and I'll be done with all of this December 22nd-ish. So I have until mid-December to destroy myself in order to further recuperate and grow, essentially. And in terms of my weight, again, this goes back to the beginning when I started. I was frustrated because my weight was not changing. And this is one reason that I tell people to avoid the scale at all costs, because it plays mind games with you. And I had days where I was 183 pounds, and then I had a day where I was 185 pounds. And I was weighing myself after eating throughout the day, and the best time to weigh yourself is, of course, in the morning. However, I was not doing that. And I just stepped on the scale right now after training legs. I've only had 2 meals today, and I was 189. But I need to get into that routine of weighing myself in the morning on an empty stomach to get a true, accurate reading of my weight. But visually, that is what I'm paying attention to the most, the visual reference in the mirror. And I'm not seeing any changes physically yet. Maybe a little bit more hardness, maybe a little bit of extra vascularity, but really, I don't think I've changed at all visually. I've even asked my wife if she thinks that I've changed at all, but it's day 11, and yesterday was definitely the day that this kicked in, because today in the gym training legs, I've never had this amount of intensity, this type of focus, and I've never trained with such a chip on my shoulder before. And I'm really sorry to all of you guys because I'm not filming every single day. I do have a video with my brother of us training chest towards the beginning of when I started, probably September 4th or 5th. And that's one other thing I wanted to talk about, was the fact that I got a new gym membership, or an additional gym membership is the best way to put it, because I kept my older gym membership, the gym that you guys are used to seeing here on the channel. And I'm going to continue to keep that membership because it's a 24-hour facility. This new membership that I got is not 24 hours. And for filming and for me going late at night or doing two-a-days, I think it's very important for me to keep both memberships just to, be safe in that regard. But this new gym that I'm going to is quite literally 8 times the size of the gym that you guys are used to seeing. So much equipment, you're never waiting on machinery or anything, and you're never in other people's way, which is important to me. I like to stay focused. I don't like to be bothered too much. And so it's exciting, that is motivating for me in itself. I waited to get this membership until September 3rd, I think it was. Maybe that's when I got the membership, but that has been a lot of fun too, going back and forth between these gyms. And like I said, from time to time, I've been doing two-a-days based on how I feel. If I feel like really motivated in the evenings after already going to the gym in the morning, then I will, by all means, go a second time to, once again, further that isolation. My training will be different. I will change my rep ranges and stuff to where I'm doing higher reps. I focus much more on contractions and things like this. And I've just been, trying my hardest because, as I said before, I have one shot at this, and I'm going to wait to do a lot of videos and stuff until the visual changes come in. At least I think I will. I'm going to have my friend Cody come with me a couple of nights, and we'll get some filming in, some good training sessions and stuff for you guys as well. But these little vlogs are something that I really wanted to do from the start, and it was hard to do it the first week and a half because I didn't feel any different, and I just really wanted the focus to be all in. So I didn't want any distractions. I didn't want to feel like I was taking away from my eating, training, and stuff. And to touch upon the eating aspect a little bit, I have a very good regimen right now where I wake up, I have a meal, and I never really ate breakfast. For the past few months, I was never really eating breakfast. I would go to the gym fasted, and so now I'm having some form of like oatmeal or cereal with eggs, quite literally, every morning. And throughout the day, I have typically 5 to 7, maybe 5 to 8 meals, all of them being smaller portioned. And even if I get myself like a larger portion meal at a restaurant, or I cook up some food and it's a larger portion, I will almost always cut it in half and save that second half for later, just to have an extra meal when I get hungry. So when I'm training, that's like 3 hours, 3.5 hours that I'm not getting any calories in my system, and that is the longest that I go throughout the day without eating or consuming anything. I'm doing post-workout protein shakes immediately after the gym, which is something that I have not done in years, just, again, to refuel my body. That 30-minute drive home from both of the gyms, because they're both the exact same distance from my house, believe it or not. In the evenings before bed, I have no problems eating late at night and then falling asleep, so I've been having meals before bed. Everything's high in protein. I have not, eaten clean by any means. You guys know that I eat a lot of junk food and stuff, and I didn't want to change that going into this. I wanted to eat the things that worked for me when I was training before this, because if I were to drastically change the way that I eat and I all of a sudden started eating clean, I don't know if that may affect my body in a negative fashion. And so my focus has been to keep doing the same thing that I've been doing, because I know what works for me. I know how to make my body grow. And these past 2 days have been crazy. I was getting a little bit worried that I wasn't feeling any different just yet. But things are definitely in line and in check. Day one, too, by the way, the first day that I trained legs, September 1st, I broke my weightlifting belt, which is a lever belt, and it's that cast iron steel lever that broke, which is supposed to be like near impossible. And so I had a setback there where I was using like a really crappy belt with my training and stuff, but I ordered the new part and I have my new lever for my belt and everything. There's a lot of stuff that's gone wrong already, like outside of the gym itself, things going wrong at home, like projects we're working on. I just knocked out an entire wall in our bedroom to make our bedroom larger and stuff. And we're having guys come over like 3 or 4 days this week, and they're going to go and work on this wall and do the plaster, or whatever they're going to do, the drywall and stuff. My car window, my driver's side car window is broken right now. My wife and I have just like paid to have a pipe fixed in our basement because it's an old ass house. And a lot of different things. There's a lot on my mind right now. My brother just left to go over to Greece last night after visiting for a few weeks, catching up with family and stuff like that. I wanted to have him feel very welcome because he stayed at Tara in my house a handful of nights and everything. So I wanted to be sure I was spending time with Corey and stuff like that. So I'm going to try my best to update you guys on things and do more of these little vlogs and stuff from time to time. I had a couple of other ones recorded, but there wasn't that much information jammed into them. Not that there's a lot of information jammed into this one right here. I just wanted to give you guys the idea that I'm busting my ass right now. And I'm excited, and I hope you guys are excited too. And I hope you guys will continue to support me. I haven't been posting a lot of progress pictures or anything just because, I'm trying to stay relatively covered up until I feel as though there's been noticeable changes. And this is all an experiment to me. This is all something that I'm testing the boundaries with. Like, I'm trying to see how my body reacts, to see how realistic some of these goals and ambitions that I have actually are. So right now, I was close to 190 just a second ago. At 6 feet tall, the heaviest I've ever been back when I tried bulking was like 195 pounds. So hopefully I can get there in the next week or two, maybe even surpass that. I think it's more than possible. A lot of that's going to be water weight. I'm expecting to gain a lot of water weight, especially with my eating. Like, I'm not eating dirty by any means, but I'm still having fast food like once or twice a week. So those hormones in those foods are definitely going to make me retain a little bit of water. But that's just going to allow me to lift heavier weights when I'm in the gym and everything. So I'm focusing on getting my compounds up, my squats getting up there again. I'm deadlifting consecutively and consistently and benching. So I'm going to give you guys a bunch of different posts and stuff on Instagram here in the near future. Follow me on Snapchat. And just want to thank you guys again. I sound like I'm out of breath because I literally just walked into the door after walking my dogs, and I didn't give myself any time to rest. And now I got to go mow my lawn. It never ends, guys. So thank you very much for watching. This is Zach Zeiler. Keep you guys posted. Check out those biceps. Looking pretty peaky. I love you guys so much. This is Zach Zeiler. Until next time, peace out. Bye.